We get wrapped up in these fancy trading systems and strategies, but there are some basic principles that you need to understand, whether you're day trading the markets or swing trading the markets. Let's take a little look at some of them here, because if you understand these, then you're going to have more knowledge about when not to trade or when to get into a trade. So let's take a little look here at this chart with our pro trend system on and our storyteller indicator. Now, page number 1 on technical analysis are trend lines. Now you might say, oh, boring trend lines, page number 1, technical analysis, but let's look at the power of a trend line. Now there's 2 reference points when you're looking at a trend line, one here and one here, and it's projected into the future. So look, as the price came down on the pro trading system here, this particular day, 25th of August, the markets rallied higher. That was a Friday, I would imagine. Yes, Friday, Sunday, into Monday. So they rallied here from 10,769 all the way up to 948. A very nice move indeed. If you didn't know there was a trend line, I call them hot zones, for our students to understand that a hot zone is an area where all technical analysts will be looking at. So as we get down to this hot zone here, as a day trader, I'll be looking to buy it on a smaller time frame. Now, you can go draw, and I'd advise you to start practicing, especially if you're a new trader. Just start practicing, trying to find hot zones and draw internal trend lines and just see if there's anything that bounces off of one of these hot zones that could help you as a trader. All day long, we're using our system, but we're always aware of hot zones. And let's say your success rate as a day trader is 65%. Well, imagine using hot zones as well to get you another 10% worth of winning trades. If you can have an edge in the market over other people, then that really is great. So first things first, I go back to basics on my daily charts to see where there's major hot zones. And you see there's support areas and there's resistance areas. Here's a support area here, starts here. Once again, just like a resistance line or a trend line coming down the highs or through the middle. A support area here is underneath the price. The price comes down to this area, hits the pro trading system target, and then bounces for 3 days higher. If you didn't know there was support here, you'd be down on your 5-minute chart, shorting it, slamming straight into a hot zone. But let's take a little look at some intraday stuff here. Here's the 4-hour time frame of some hot zones. The price on the euro has come off this area here, and it's rallied into an area where there's major resistance, which allowed us to go down to a smaller time frame. Let me show you that here. Wait for a red pro trading system and short it. And if you were long on green pro trading systems, you'll be getting out into a major hot zone. One thing I have noticed when new students come on board with Trading College and when I'm mentoring new students is their charts look like this. Their bigger time frame charts look like this. How on earth can you see past data? I can't see the trend really. I can't see where there's a major high or where a hot zone starts from. So what I like to do is to scrunch my chart up so I can see what the bigger picture is saying. Let's delete some of these hot zones. So you can see now I've got a nice picture and I start to then draw. Now look at this area right here. Why did the price reverse? Well, let's take some lines, these hot zones, and let's find a reference point 1, reference point 2, reference point 3. That's where it bounced from, guys. And then you can use your colors to get into the trade and look for some buy signals on a smaller time frame. If you don't know that there's these hot zones coming down on price, then you really are going to be running in front of a major area that is going to provide you or provide us traders that know these areas with a potential move to the upside or to the downside. Here's one here. I'll advise you just to go practice. Just draw these lines and just see if there's anything in a hot zone area, because if you're not looking at it, all the other traders are looking at it, and all technical analysts, traditional technical analysis traders will be looking at these support and resistance areas. So we can have all the fancy trading systems in the world, but if we're not using these basic hot zones, trend lines, support and resistance, even Fibonacci work, then you're going to be running in front of where other traders are going to be short in the markets. One other principle before we go is that when the market's high, the storyteller is exhausted, we're never buying it up here. When it's high, when the histograms get over 8 to 12 histograms, we never buy it. We wait for a pullback. Same with the short side as well, guys. So when it's overbought, how much more value can you get out of it? Go and find something else that can give you a better risk reward. But use the hot zones. Once you practice this and understand how to do it, it takes you 5 minutes to do it every day in the markets that you are wanting to trade. And of course, when I'm doing my day trading and doing my day trading mentorship, we're taking trades around these hot zones to produce some really easy profits every day. Hope it helps, guys. Click on the link below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. And we're trying to build the channel, so I'm trying to give you plenty more content and education. Make sure you subscribe. Speak to you soon.